Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Carlos with Twins Reef, and it's been a week now since I added the SPS frags that I got for free. If you guys didn't watch the last video, I was on the Facebook forums, one of the groups that I follow. I seen a post, somebody giving away free SPS, and I was able to get like a whole bunch of them, like literally like 3 grocery bags full of SPS. Like basically 3/4 of them I traded them in for store credits, and then the ones that I kept cleaned, dipped, they were placed in my tank. Now for today's video, I'm gonna need you guys' help helping me name these SPS corals, because I do not know the name for them, and then you guys' opinion if I should keep them or not, because I have something in mind if I should do. With the names, I know the obvious one, which is this one's a digitata, this one's a bird's nest. But this one here, I do not know the name. This was like a darker greens turning now to a brown green. Then the one right there, I do not know the name for it. And this one here, I've been having for a while, but I've noticed that these corals right here, these SPS, are just like it. They are not opened up all the way because I came across this information before, that sometimes when you add new SPS, if the coral is not, adjusted to your tank, or doesn't like the lighting in your tank or something in your tank, sometimes SPS could turn brown, and it takes like weeks to a month for them to gain their color back. So we'll see what happens with these. I'm going to keep them. They don't look dead, but I do need you guys' help on if you guys know the names for these. So all I know, it's the same one as that one that I've had, which is doing good. So I know there's nothing wrong with my tank. I know this one's a digitata, but I do need help with that one. With that one, was a brown green. And this bird's nest too, it looks brown. I don't think this one's dead. If I pay close attention to it, you could see a little bit of green in it. Again, it could be the lighting, it could be something in the tank, but it's not white, and you could still see some polyps if you look close by. So hopefully that bird's nest makes it. Again, most of these corals, they took like an hour drive, and then I know one of them, the water spilled on my car, so they were exposed to the air for a couple minutes. And then the stylos right here too, I don't know if that's just a regular blue stylos or if you guys know the proper name for it, but it's doing good. Then this one looks like a lettuce, Montipora. I don't know the name of that coral. If you guys do, let me know in the comments down below. So where I need you guys' opinion was, I kind of do not like how the SPS look. Maybe it could be because they're not at their full potential and open up all the way, or it could just be because it looks all messy. So what I was thinking of doing, I don't know if you guys think this is what I should do. I was thinking of cutting the tips of these SPS frags, and then just placing them, let's say this branch for example, right, this frag here, I cut that tip right there and I place it there and get rid of this whole frag. One reason why it looks messy is because these frags were not grown in my tank. They come from another system, and depending how their water flow, their lighting was, that's basically gives that design or look when it comes from of them branching out. That's why they don't look so natural in my tank. So I was thinking, just cutting the tips, placing them, replacing the frags that I glued there, just cutting a tip, putting the tips there, and just let them grow out naturally in my tank to see how they're gonna look. So that's something I've been thinking of doing. I don't know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments down below. Then the other frags, the 3/4 frags that I had, I traded them for store credit, and I got 3 corals. I think I got like $250 on store credit. I got like $100 worth of store credit, so I got $150 left. And I got 3 corals, and then there's another coral that I saw that I feel like getting, and I want to know you guys' opinion if I should or not. So the first coral that I got is this purple tip hammer coral. So the stem is green and has purple tips. This is a nice hammer. I had one just like it before, but I honestly don't remember what happened to it, if I sold it or it died. On today's video is not a big update on all my corals. My Euphyllia are doing good, my softies are doing good, my torch doing good, everything's doing good. Then another coral that I got, I don't know, the camera's gonna pick it up. It's sort of like a akin, but I know that the polyps are different than this one. The heads are slightly different. So I don't know what type of akin that could be. If you guys know, let me know in the comments down below. But it has 3 different colors. It has green, white, and orange. It looks pretty nice. For a second I thought it was an enchanada, but I don't think it is. And then that makes it 2. Then another coral that I got is this green Gonipora, which is in the morning, was extended all the way, and now it's like it's not looking so good, but I know it's good because in the morning it was doing well. Anyhow, I did move my Goniporas because previously they were in the front of the tank in the left corner. They weren't doing good to the point that my rainbow Gonipora, so anything that has, like, I think they say more than 3 colors is considered rainbow, it basically started to bleach out or exposed. So there's just little to no sign of life left. I do have some hope. I see a little bit of orange, so I hope it makes it through. I did move them here. There's a little bit less lighting, less flow. And then the other Goni next to it too doesn't look so well, but besides that, the Abipora is doing good. The other Gonipora is doing good there. The highlighter Gonipora is doing good. This red Goni is doing good, and then the new one that I have is doing good. I also had mentioned on the last video that I was gonna add another arch to my rockscape because I needed like more real estate to add more corals, more SPS, and I'm thinking of moving these 2 hammers and then locating them somewhere else, and then adding that arch. But I was unable to find a nice rock at my local fish store, so I'm probably gonna wait a week to 2 until I find the right rock to do that. I've also thought about keeping a mixed reef tank, but not really SPS dominant, because I'm new to SPS, and it's a little bit harder, but at the same time this hobby is about challenges, about learning, and if you're able to keep corals, and so that's a challenge. So I don't know. Like Euphilia, they are easier to keep, like my hammers, my torch, the softies, mushrooms, super nice, pretty looking corals, easier to keep. Now I have $150 left on store credit. So just yesterday I went to my local fish store and I saw a coral that I liked, but I wasn't so sure of getting, and that coral is the apple bleeding scolie, or the wear paint scolie. I don't have that much experience with them. I never kept one before. All I know is that they're LPS. I don't know if they're hard to keep, what type of care level they are. So they're sort of like a showpiece in your tank. They are like $230. I don't know if that's a little bit too much, but again, I have $150 in store credit, so out of my pocket that'll be like $100 for a scolie. So I feel like buying it just to have it there. I've always wanted one, but I've always been scared of buying one and it dying on me. You don't want to have a $200 plus coral to die on you. That's like a big no-no. But I'm gonna think on it, do more research, probably give it until next Friday. Hopefully it's still there. Usually they get coral shipments on Wednesdays and Thursdays, so probably by then there'll be different corals. I did see some torches, but they didn't really catch my eye. I did see some other hammers, but they're just your common hammers. I'm also going to be attending a coral farmers market show, so there I'm going to be looking to get other corals that I've never seen before to keep in my tank. One thing I got to keep in mind too is that these corals are going to grow and they do need space, so I got to slow down on buying a lot of corals. So if there's something that I like, it's typically advised just to get corals that you like. They're unique, they're different, instead of just buying a bunch of corals even though they're cheap, trying to make your tank look all filled with corals, because in the future they're going to become a problem. Then I just got this tank no more than a year ago. March is going to be a year, and yeah, you don't want to be talking about upgrading your tank within a year, because you're still basically, the tank's basically still new, right? So you know, that's one of the things I got to slow down on. But at the end of the day, you could always rehome the corals that you don't want if you were to find something nicer. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today's video. Just want to give you guys an update on these corals. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. If I should cut the tips on these and just replace them with the larger frags. I am thinking of setting up like a temporarily frag tank. I do have a 6-gallon frag tank made by Innovative Marine. I'm thinking of setting it up to keep some of the mushrooms that I have and some of these frags, these SPS. If not, setting up a 20-gallon Innovative Marine that I have. It's a little bit larger. It will give me more room to keep most of these corals, so I might be doing that actually. It'll be better because it's a drop off. I could keep the SPS on the top and then I could keep the mushrooms on the bottom, but I do need to have that tank cycled. So that's probably gonna be within a month if I was to do that. But anyhow, that's it for today's video. Probably next time I make a video on this tank will be when I go to that coral show, once I get new corals or something different or, you know, important happens to the tank. For now, this tank's on cruise control. I haven't really checked the salinity. I only checked it like the day after I added these frags. After that, I never did. I usually do water changes every 2 weeks, but this time around I did a water change just this weekend, which was within a week. So I don't know if I want to do a water change every week or if I want to do it every 2 weeks. Sometimes, you know, doing water changes every week will you don't have to be dosing your tank if you do water changes, you know, every week, unless you have a lot of corals. But yeah, that's it for today's video. Hope you guys like it. Till next time, guys, I am out. Peace.